do you realise it's been more than a week where I've actually stayed positive? Not had an anxiety attack, not had panic attacks, not, been feeling more human. Don't know. Let's watch a video and find out. Okay, bonjour, welcome everyone. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. How did you find me? Comment to let me know. If you're returning, thank you so much for supporting me. And if you haven't hit subscribe already, give it a go. It's free, So yeah, I've been feeling positive. It's been great. The mindset. I think if I could stay out positive like this for another week or so, the muscle memory will kick in and it'll be automatic, rather than me worrying about the days ahead and stuff, It is what it is, It's what it is. I'm feeling good, positive. What else can I say about that? Yeah, things could be better, but things could be a lot worse, I've got a week off next week, plans are afoot, so I'm happy. Let's talk about something random. No, not random, I know what I'm going to talk about. So, I'm a Gen Xer, and of course, there's the war between Gen Z and Gen X, I don't know, crazy world. But to me, being a Gen X is being around before the internet, being around before computers, being around before mobile phones, social media, being around before them days when it didn't exist. Never even dreamt it would exist, you know what I mean? All we had was CBs, CB radios and pirate radio stations. Not me, but that was around, But those are the days when you had to have the patience of a saint. I mean, the first computer, the ZX80 and the ZX Spectrum, you had to wait 15 minutes for a game to load, Now it's seconds. Imagine, you know what a tape is, don't you? Imagine you put a cassette tape in a cassette player, turn the computer on, and then pressing play on the cassette player, and watching the game load up. You had lines on the screen making all these silly noises. Up to 15 minutes you waited for this game to load up. You could have a cup of tea, have your dinner, go for a walk, come back, and then it loads and it finishes and it comes with error. There's an error code and you're thinking, what the frick? So you had to start again, load it up again, and it worked. So it's half an hour sometimes waiting for a game. And it wasn't, the games were basic, of course. In those days they weren't, You had to run across the level, gaining points and stuff, and just, it wasn't one of these games you could play for hours. It was one of those games you just got to level, and you had to work on the score base, not how many people you killed and stuff, That's what I grew up with. That's why I've got the patience of a saint, But this world at the moment, how it's progressed technology-wise, from the PlayStation 1 to the PlayStation 5 Pro and VR and stuff like that, it amazes me how technology has improved. And this is like from the 80s to now, 1980s to now, and I never would have thought technology was going to be this good, in the 80s and stuff, it's just crazy. So yeah, I wanted more videos about growing up about the internet, growing up about mobile phones, before social media even existed, when the world was a big place where to chat to someone in America, you had to do pen pals, where you had to send a letter and then a month later you got a reply back, That's how it was. Or you could telephone, which cost hundreds of pounds for half an hour, I never did that, but, things like that. That's what I grew up with. I mean, people these days, can you imagine someone born, say Gen Alpha, if they were to put back into the 80s and live like this, how would they cope? You see people on the phones every 5 minutes that can't leave them alone. I mean, I can't talk, I do social media, but I don't use my phone, you know. When I go out anywhere, I leave it here, you know. I'm wondering how someone would take someone out of this era, put them into the 1980s, see how they would survive. You know, I mean, we had to go out to entertain ourselves, go play football with friends. You spent more time outdoors than you do indoors, you know. But now it's the opposite way around. Yeah. Are you Gen X? Are you Gen Z? Are you, what, are you millennial or something? Let me know. Comment below. Would you go back to the 80s if you're Gen X and like to see how life was again? Or if you're new to this, and would you be able to survive going back before the mobile phone era and social media and internet? Don't know. Just a thought, just something I want to talk about. It's a bit different, you know. Anyway, see, if you're new here, if you watch this far, hit the like, subscribe. If you're returning and you watch this far, hello, thank you for supporting me. But anyway, apart from that, I shall leave you to it, and I'll catch you, what day is it today? Thursday. Catch you tomorrow.